Is that like your experience with social networking? Are you connecting with people you don't
Yeah.
know?
I agree that even Facebook, of course, is a different set of relationship. It is not a personal relationship, so the way I interact with people is totally different. So not only I exude a different identity, but also exude a different style of talking. And what you said is right, that when I engage with somebody, it's usually somebody that I met at a party or met at a meeting, that I Facebook friend them. That doesn't mean that I'm approaching you or nor accosting you, but I'm seeing you as you're a valuable person that I want to be just know. And from that point, it becomes casual that we write on each other's wall. And if I'm going to ask that person a favor to do something, then I message them, and then just pointing out that, hey, I want to meet up for this kind of meeting. Do you want to come by? And then it's such a convenient way that we can interact.
Yeah.
So I agree on that. Weak tie emphasis is strong with Facebook.
Yeah. And what do you think would have happened to those social interactions in the past, in the pre-Facebook era?
What happened to those weak ties?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I feel like our life has now gained a new dimension. That now the weak ties have become so important. If I had a phone during the early 2000s or before or early 90s, I would not have picked up the number that I didn't recognize. But now technology has enabled me to value about somebody that I barely know, and then enable me to see that person and make an acquaintance. So I'm still thinking here.
And back in the day, like, what would be your weak tie? Whereas today, you can meet that weak tie and you can look online and you can see all of their friends. See the groups they're a part of and see what they're about. You can literally reinforce a weak tie without actually, ever talking to that person. Whereas before, you would have to, be with your close friend who knew that person who was a weak link. And you would have to meet them again in person at a party. And then if you're ever going to discover their other contacts or their network, you have to become such a close friend that they then take you to some other party the next weekend with different friends outside of your network where you met the first weak link.
So to sort of make that leap from one network to another is more difficult. Would be fairly difficult.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
This way you can be creepy and you can just look at someone's friends and figure out what they're all about.
I see. Okay, so